Hello, how are you feeling today? I'm doing alright. Tried to have an enjoyable weekend day. Tried to go outside today to make sure I didn't spend my whole day indoors. That's always good. It's a good thing. Even tried to clean up today. Did a little bit of cleaning up, which felt good, even though in the end, when you only clean one part of a big room, you try to feel proud that you cleaned up that one small part of the room, but even still, it's like, what about the rest of the room? Ugh, well, I got something done today. But it was otherwise unremarkable, so I figure why not talk about the other movie I saw yesterday, which is not as urgent because everyone already saw it, which was John Wick 3. Now, it's really funny to me how John Wick works here in Japan. If you are familiar with the process, movies can take a long time to come to Japan. Now, in recent years, the gap has gotten smaller, or at least bigger companies, I think, can make it smaller if they want it. Like new Star Wars movie, that's going to be worldwide. New Marvel movie, usually either worldwide or maybe it comes here like a week or two later. It's very close. John Wick is made by a small studio, so at least small compared to like Disney. So the original film took over a year to open in Japan, which is wild because here in Japan, everyone loves Keanu Reeves, okay? And Keanu Reeves loves Japan. I've seen him on Japanese TV a lot. He talks about how much he loves Osaka. Call me Keanu. But yeah. So that movie took so long to come to Japan that I heard about it. Everyone said it was great. And then I was on vacation, so I just bought the Blu-ray in America blind, brought it home, watched it, really enjoyed it. And then it opened in Japanese theaters like 3 months later. It was ridiculous. But yeah, had a good time. John Wick 2, again, it's not a year, but like 6 months, at least 6 months gap. So, open in America, everyone said, oh, it's just as good. That's great. I got on a plane for vacation. It's like, oh, we have John Wick 2 on the airplane. So I watched John Wick 2 on the airplane. Perfectly good. And I rewatched both these recently to make sure I was ready. Because, yeah, John Wick 3 opened in America, I think, sometime in the spring or maybe in winter. And it just opened yesterday, October, in Japan. But this was the first for me. So this was my first time seeing a John Wick movie in the movie theater. And, it's good. It's a good movie. I really enjoyed, especially the start. But I kind of got worried as the movie went on. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna find a way out of this, and they kind of don't find a way out of it. Like the beginning part, and a lot of the stuff is really exciting when they have to put weird limitations on John Wick. Like he's got to fight a guy with a book. Okay, really cool. He's got to fight some people in a shop full of weapons, so everyone can have any weapon they want. Like, okay, really cool fight. He's gonna fight some people in a stable. Okay, great. Like all that stuff, great stuff. But as the movie goes on and he gets into more and more gunfights, it's kind of like, but we know he's good with guns, and I mean, it's not that gunfights are always boring, but the longer they go on, the less exciting they are because I know he's super good with guns. So there's a big stretch in the middle and there's a big stretch of the climax where he's got a gun and he's killing lots of people with guns, and it's just sort of like, okay, I guess you're doing the thing you're going to do. Okay, but it's like, it's not as exciting or surprising as all the stuff in the beginning, which is a shame. I'm a little concerned that, the global version here has him fighting different squads of people, and it kind of feels a little bit Orientalist, like, oh, now he's in North Africa and he's fighting Africans or Arabian, but it's like, it's all shot in a certain way and everyone's dressed a certain way. It's kind of like, okay, so this is what it's like in Morocco or whatever. And then he's got to fight ninjas. It's like, okay, ninjas in John Wick? Sure, why not? This movie's ridiculous. Put ninjas in there, but I don't know. The ninjas all have a certain look in a certain way, but it's borderline for me. Again, I feel like, I'm not the right person to make that call, but when I'm watching it, I'm kind of like, it's one thing when he's fighting a whole bunch of Russians or Italians or whatever, but it's like, oh, if all the, if all of a sudden he's fighting a whole bunch of Asian guys and they're all the bad guys, kind of like, But I guess Keanu's Asian too, so who knows? I don't know. I guess I feel wishy-washy about it because the movie just kind of ends. And unlike John Wick or John Wick 2, there's no real journey. Like, nothing really changes for John Wick in this movie. I guess I'm spoiling this, but I don't know. My point is that nothing changes. Like, the movie starts and he's in a lot of trouble, and the movie ends and he's in a lot of trouble, and, like, nothing really changes for him during that time, except for little superficial things. I guess he meets people when they go away, but it's like, the first movie, huge story, total, total upended his life. Second movie, huge change, totally upended his life. John Wick 3, like, he begins and ends and he's basically in the same place. But at the point that he's always running in circles, I don't know. So, I really enjoyed it. It's a good time. I enjoyed watching the theater at long last. I watched it in IMAX, which was fun. I guess, whatever. It's the third movie, so it's shown a little rust, I guess, is my opinion. I still think it's good. So if you like the other movies, you should probably see this one. But you probably already did because it's been out in America for months and it's already an Apple movie, digital. I'm mumbling because it's late. Good night, everybody. I love you.